Thank you very much for being here at Muslims for Progressive Values monthly Ask a Muslim panel. Actually, I think it's bi-monthly. And this is only the second one. So these will continue. Thanks for being here. I'm not sure how you heard about it, but I'm glad you did. I'm going to be moderating the panel. My name is Rami Elatrebi, and I'm an LA native, Egyptian American, Muslim born, and I grew up here, and I came out when I was 24, and I've been out since. That was over 10 years ago. And I'm a writer, I'm a theater artist, I'm a performer. I write about queer Muslim identity, I perform about it. I'm moderating the panel tonight, so I'm very happy to not be in the spotlight. But I have two great panelists who are. The theme, I should have said this already, of this month's Ask a Muslim panel is LGBTQI rights in Islam. I think the theme is an interesting one, the fact that it uses the term rights. It's not like Islam has a constitution with a Bill of Rights attached to it. So we're gonna ask questions sort of around this concept of what that even might mean. I felt rights was a misleading word. I didn't come up with the theme. So I'm gonna read the bios of our panelists, and we will begin. First, to my left over here, I have Maya Jaffer. Maya is a holistic doctor, actor, dancer, and transgender activist. She is a post-op transsexual woman from India, now settled in Los Angeles, and she is a US citizen. She is also the subject, of a multi-award-winning international documentary feature called From Muhammad to Maya. She is also a co-star on the 2015 Golden Globe Award-winning Amazon original series Transparent. She is also a co-star on the 2015 Emmy-nominated Transparent docu-series This Is Me. Thank you for joining us, Maya. Next to Maya, we have Naveed Nejmuddin Merchant, who is a first-generation American of Pakistani heritage. A native of Los Angeles, he grew up in the Dawoodi Bohra Shia tradition of Islam. Naveed came out as a gay man to his family in 1990, at the age of 19. Sounds like a long time ago. In 1995, he joined forces with other LGBTQI South Asians, and he co-founded Tricone Los Angeles, which is now currently known as Satrong. In 1999, he joined Al-Fatiha, the international Muslim LGBTQ organization that is now known as MASGD, the Muslim Alliance for Sexual and Gender Diversity. Naveed's writings have been featured in Satrong's Coming Out, Coming Home, and in Q&A Space, Stories and Rescues for the API LGBTQ community. Throughout the years, Naveed has been extremely grateful for his family's support. His mother's here tonight. He has, however, managed thus far to resist his mother's attempts to secure for him a same-sex arranged marriage. Thank you, Naveed. A little bit about, welcome, hello, salam. A little bit about the format of this panel is I have some questions that I already have prepared to ask our panelists, and at one point I will stop asking the questions and I will give you the opportunity to ask questions. Okay, so for now, sit back and enjoy what our panelists have to say. I'll sit. I'll start off pretty simple. How do you identify yourself? And that includes culturally, religiously, gender, and sexually. I'll start with you, Naveed.
Okay.
Oh, you have mics in front of you, actually.
So I don't need to. Can you all hear me? No?
You should use it.
How about now? Better? Yes. Okay, so how do I describe myself?
How do you identify?
How do I identify myself? I'm a cisgendered Pakistani gay male who was born and raised in America, so I love my Pakistani heritage and I love it as much as my American culture. I'm a Shia Bohra, which is a very specific sect in Islam that comes from the region of Gujarat in India. And even though I was born Shia and I was raised Shia, I kind of do think Sunni sometimes. So I'm thinking I'm more of a sushi Muslim.
Can you also bring it a little closer?
Sorry, is that better? I'm not used to this.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I identify as a post-op transsexual woman from India, now settled here in Los Angeles. I was born Muslim and still am. I belong to the Hanafi Sunni sect of Islam, and I'm a straight woman, meaning attracted to men. What else? And feel free to ask me anything, by the way. What post-op means is, for those of us who are not sure about what it means, I have completed my transition as a woman. So I have female body parts, basically.
Maya, you're an open book.
Exactly.
Thank you both. So, just to sort of dip our toes into the water, what would you say are some of the challenges that LGBTQI Muslims face? Do we know what LGBTQI is? Yes? QI would be queer, intersex. Okay? And queer could also be questioning. All right, thank you. What are some of the challenges that LGBTQI Muslims face within their own Muslim communities, queer and non-queer, and with other communities? And how do you respond to those challenges?
I guess I'll start. So what are the challenges that we face first with other queer Muslims? I had no idea when I first went to my first Al-Fataha conference in 1999 of the amazing diversity of Muslims that were out there, that were out and gay and queer. And ever since I've been going to the annual retreats for Masjid, I am constantly challenged by the, not just the diversity of different types of Muslims from different parts of the world and different cultures, but the ways in which each one of them sort of balance their Islam with their family values or their, other identities. It's a wonderful challenge. It's a wonderful thing to learn from people that are so similar to me that I feel like they're instant family, and yet they're from all different parts of the world. I mean, we're talking about, of course, Arab Muslims, African American Muslims, African Muslims, there's queer Muslims that are actually, parenting children that come to the gatherings and the retreats. So there's an incredible, I think just diversity in the community that I think is a challenge to kind of keep your heart open to and keep your arms open to as well.
So that was specifically about the queer Muslim communities?
That's the queer Muslim community. I don't know if you wanted to answer to that and then we can go back and forth.
Sure. Well, Naveed is very well prepared and organized and really good at this, unlike me. So please bear with me. I am part of, whether it's Trikon or Satrang, which are LGBTQI South Asian organizations. And in that we have plenty of Muslims and other religions as well. And I am very comfortable with the Muslims in that little community that I am exposed to or that I communicate with. But outside of that, I don't really know any other queer Muslims coming from India and coming from a very strict religious Muslim background, not to mention. So, yeah.
Oh, great. So can we expand it to talk about general Muslim, your larger Muslim communities, not just queer Muslim communities?
Right. So my larger non-queer Muslim community starts with my family, who I'm totally out to in America and in Pakistan. Challenges? Well, as sort of having an immigrant experience in America, there's always been this challenge to maintain culture and maintain ethnicity and religion. And I think the real challenge that I face with other Muslims that are not queer is the idea that once they find out that I'm queer, they no longer think I'm Muslim. They just assume that I'm a lost soul or somebody that is kind of maybe Muslim in name, but not in belief, and they just write me off. And there's it hurts quite a bit to feel ostracized, maybe not physically, but psychologically from certain communities. There's a challenge in walking into any mosque feeling welcome. Those are mostly the challenges that I think I face with non-queer Muslims.
So are we talking about non-queer Muslim communities?